This is Mr. Kent of MrKent.com. And several months ago, my son purchased a Mavic 2 Zoom for me and gave it to me. There's no way that I could afford it, and he was kind enough to get it for me. And so during the months as they passed, I like flying FPV. I did that with my Bebop for a few years, and having been a pilot, I just kind of enjoy being up there. Kind of reminds me of the old days or something. Anyway, so bottom line is DJI had their goggles for their Mavic, and they were selling for $495 or something like that, $499. But recently they reduced the price down to $349, and I still couldn't afford them, except that when we got back from our trip to South Dakota, we had a letter in the mail from our insurance company, and they had refunded us. For us, you know, it was a nice sum of money. It wasn't $1,000, but it was enough so that I could spend $349 on some DJI goggles. Okay, now the one thing that is different between the old goggles I used to use with my Bebop, and also with the there's an app called Mavic FPV, and I downloaded it, and you could fly FPV with it, but you had to use your phone as the eyepiece, and of course the resolution of the phone is falls far short of the resolution of the FPV goggles that for the Mavic. You have a choice of 720 or 1080p viewing on this, and of course I like 1080. I like the sharpest video I can get. So excuse me. So I always want to set it to the highest, and it's excellent. I mean, it's just really nice. The only problem is when I got mine, I ran into an issue with the goggles and my glasses. I have trifocals, and if I use the close-up lens at the bottom, I can see the screen real clear. The only thing is they're so narrow that I would have to move the screen up and down on my face to see the different parts. So I went to Walmart, and in a previous video I explained this, but I went to Walmart and I got some reading glasses, and the reading glasses that worked for me were a number 3. Now, if you don't wear glasses, don't leave the video, because I've got some stuff later on to show you about setting these up. But if you don't wear glasses, count your blessings, all right? Because many of us have to wear glasses, and it's just always a problem with FPV. So I got me some glasses, and I was making videos, and I had a couple of viewers anyway, recommend that I go to DJI and get their corrective lenses. So that you don't have to wear glasses, and you just pop them on and put them on over the lenses on the goggles. And so I went and looked, and sure enough, they're only $29. And what they recommend is like when I went to Walmart, the glasses that I got, the reading glasses that worked, were number 3.0. And the way you check is put your hand about 6-8 inches from your face, and if they help you to see all the little cracks, you know, or the hair on the back, if you got any hair, the hair on the back of your hands or the cracks, that's the size you need. And for me, it was a 3. And then on the DJI website, they say if that works for you, then be sure and get a 4, or like if you take a 2, then get a 3, and so forth. Go one step up to make the goggles work for you without any glasses. And so I went to their website, and $29, and I went to order them, and they come in this little package here, and they wanted $15 to mail this little package. Now I send out charging cables for the Bebop drone, and it cost me like between $3 and $4 to mail those, and they're just a couple ounces. And so that was kind of discouraging. That's like $45. So I went to Amazon Prime, and they had DJI sponsored goggles, and for $29, just like at the website, but free shipping makes a huge difference. And so I ordered me some, and they got them the other day, and I put them on the goggles. And what they do is I don't know if you can see it, but they don't clip on. They just slide over the other goggles. And I've seen some videos where they say they clip on, but they just slide on. Well, anyhow, so I got me some goggles, and the video that's running behind me is the first video I made using the DJI Corrective lenses and no glasses. And I was saying that probably that was the best FPV experience I have ever seen, because what I did is I flew down in the little wash and tried to take pictures of the little critters down there and stuff, because I could see them with these goggles. I could see little tiny things with the goggles. So, and the more I thought about it, the more I thought over the past, I started drones in 2014, and I started FPV back then. And no matter what, whether it's FPV or just line of sight or whatever, this video was by far the best video I've ever enjoyed that I shot with the drone. So I must say that they are very good. Now here's the problem. There's I kept running into this problem, but I think I've got it figured out. On my controller, I have a thing that holds my phone, and I use the phone to set up the controller, and I always want to go with 4K on the camera of the drone. I don't want to go with 1080 or anything else. 4K is what I want. I want good quality video. And so I would plug it in, and then I would turn on the goggles. And on the goggles, I have a choice of 720 or 1080. And so I go in, I make sure I got 1080, and it shows up there. And without even noticing what it did when I changed the goggles, it changed the setting on the camera. So the thing that you want to do, before you fly is make sure that you get everything set up, turn on the goggles, get your settings you want there, and then come back, and before you put the goggles on your face, come back and look at your settings on the camera. Because most likely when you change the settings to 1080 on the goggles, it'll change the settings to 1080 on the camera. That happened every time. So you get that all, you get the goggles set up, and then you get the and go back and check and make sure that your drone is set up, the camera, and then you're ready to take off and go have fun. All I can say is I know that it's expensive to get these, and so if you like them, save your money, because if you like good quality flying around in the sky, these are well worth it, because I've gone through a whole bunch of them, and that's the best I found yet. And I know if you can't afford it, I wish you could, because they're really nice. So this is not a sales pitch. One of the things I want to do is make sure you understand that don't let these guys change the setting on your camera. Okay, that's the main thing I want to show you. But this is by far, and that happened to this video. This is a 1080 video because I took that before I realized what was going on. All right, well, with that, I want to say thank you very much for watching this video, even all the way through, and God bless.